ABC 7 News at 5, on your side.
To us, his was the brightest of 1,000 points of light.
Tonight, the nation in mourning, saying goodbye to the 41st President of the United States, George H.W. Bush. The state funeral bringing the district to a complete halt.
And at this hour, the Bush family is en route to Texas for the final goodbye to a president, a war hero, a father, even a great-grandfather. We have team coverage tonight. In moments, we'll check in with Victoria Sanchez on those who gathered outside for today's farewell. We
begin, though, with Brad Bell at the National Cathedral. That's where world leaders and former presidents came together to honor the former president. Brad?
Yeah, Jonathan, you know, this was a big state funeral. It was carried out with military precision, but somehow it managed to convey a much more intimate family feeling. There was talk of George Herbert Walker Bush, the statesman and the politician, but mostly it was memories of a good and decent man. Every living president and vice president in attendance. The Bush family filling rows of pews in the soaring sanctuary of the National Cathedral, a celebration of a life well and fully lived. George Herbert Walker Bush, the 41st President of the United States. Above all else, Bush remembered as a man of principle, devotion, loyalty, and love. His close friend and former Canadian Prime Minister Brian Mulroney recalling that the president commanded the respect of world leaders.
I believe it will be said that no occupant of the Oval Office was more courageous, more principled, and more honorable than George Herbert Walker Bush.
Former Senator Alan Simpson speaking of the famous Bush humor and his courage.
He often said, when the really tough choices come, it's the country, not me. It's not about Democrats or Republicans. It's for our country that I fought for.
And the oldest son of George and Barbara Bush, the 43rd President of the United States, George W. Bush, speaking both for a nation and as a son who's lost his point of light.
He was a genuinely optimistic man, and that optimism guided his children and made each of us believe that anything was possible. He was born with just two settings, full throttle, then sleep. The best father a son or daughter could have. And in our grief, let us smile knowing that Dad is hugging Robin and holding Mom's hand again.
Well, President Bush's pastor also speaking today. Very touching line. He said that he imagines that tonight heaven is a kinder and gentler place. At the National Cathedral, Brad Bell, ABC 7 News.